Hello, everyone. Oh, there's lots of playing cards over my face because the alignment's off. It's fine. I move slightly. Um, and welcome to Helpful Goat Presents Wake, one page RPG by Grant Howitt. My name is Galway Trainer, and I'm one of the founders of Helpful Goat Gaming, a small independent game design and game content production community. And tonight, I'm an audience member, just like the rest of you. I am here to introduce our community and the GM of tonight's one shot. We're celebrating nights getting a little bit longer, the air getting a little bit cooler as it turns to our favorite season, Halloween, with scary one shots, analysis of tabletop role RPGs, and things like that. Clearly, I can speak well tonight. Fine, been a long day. As a quick reminder for everyone, like I said, we're a small independent community. If you want to use the !Discord command in chat, you can join our Discord, where we hang out. We're doing spooky movie streams, some scary video game play internally on our Discord. So we do lots of stuff there, have lots of great conversations. It's a really great, wonderful, supportive community, and I'm really happy to be a part of it. So you can check that link out and follow us there. Like I said, we'll be doing scary one-shots for the rest of October, which will feature Rachel DMing a D&D one-shot, Cirque du So Scary, next week. Same time, around 7 o'clock Mountain, 9 p.m. Eastern on Wednesday. And for the rest of this week, we have on Thursday a Goat's Eye View, which is our sort of talk show format, talking about the first season of Spire, which just wrapped up and featured Sam, among other wonderful players. And I'll be talking to all of the players and Elise, the GM of that, and it should be a really, really good time. It was an amazing campaign. And I'm looking forward to getting to talk with everybody about stuff they learned, stuff that they enjoyed as they played, and all those kinds of things. So join us. You're welcome to post questions in Twitch chat, etc. So it's super interactive. On Friday, we will have one of our longer form campaigns of Dungeons and Dragons, which will be Tier Moontree Isle, which will feature Sam again and Heather down there at the bottom playing, and with me DMing. We have a ton of fun with that. There's a chance, depending on the decisions that they make, that there actually may be some spooky content in there. So yeah, come join us on our Discord. Come hang out with our streams here, twitch.tv/helpfulgoat. You can also check out our archives over at YouTube, where you can just look for Helpful Goat Gaming, and you can follow us on Twitter at Helpful Goat. With that, because I'm boring as hell for this, I'm going to get out of your way and turn things over to the GM for tonight. Heather, take it away.
Oh yeah, that's me. Not used to being in the spot on stream, but hello everyone. We're all playing a game that is new to us, so we're going to be learning together. So we're going to have to probably stop at some point and check out some rules and figure some things out. So bear with us for that. But I wanted to let you know who our players are, and one by one they can tell you about their characters. First up here in the corner we have Sydney.
Hi, I'm Sydney. I'm playing Angel, and something I am is impulsive. Something I believe is I can do anything if I try hard enough. Someone I know is Croner, who is actually a weapons maker. So, see how it goes.
Okay, and then we have Chelsea in the middle.
Hi, I'm Chelsea, and I will be playing Catriona Ives, also known as Cat. And her trait is that she is whimsical, and she believes that she can speak to specters, and she knows Jeremiah, who has been here 3 times.
And then we have Brackett.
Hi, I'm Brackett. I'm going to be playing Rosemary, who is proud, knows Molly, who organizes events, and believes that she can find the good in everyone.
Okay. And Sam.
Hey everyone, my character is Joy Johansson, and she is just so bewildered. She knows Vetra, who is the head of the news service, and Joy believes that she can find the good in just about anyone.
All right. And finally, Lena.
Hi, I'm playing Cordelia, and she is brilliant naturally. Believes that she's immune to the sleeper's mind tricks, so we'll see how that goes. And knows Probert, who is an enforcer for the sleepers, or maybe just somebody who likes violence a lot. Who knows?
All right. And so all of that makes some sense. Let me give you the scenario. All of our players are in the hospital. They are unfortunately coma patients, and their goal essentially is to figure out how to wake up. And they exist in a sort of a dream world called the ward. And any patient that's in this hospital in a coma lives on the ward. And anyone who dies in this hospital while in a coma stays on the ward forever. So they're trying to wake up. The people that they know are other people on the ward. Okay, so these are people that are also living that may or may not want to wake up. There are sleepers who don't want to wake up. They have power. They like their power. And they want to hang on to it at all costs. So this is the world that they're in. And if we're ready, going to begin. You guys ready?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
So you all have been on the ward for different amounts of time. And you may or may not be used to the way things go, but you know where you are. You've gotten used to the fact that you don't see the sleepers very often, but you do see their ghoulish specters that travel around at times and can suck the life out of other patients and other people that are existing on the ward like you. And at this point, Halloween is coming up. It's Halloween morning, as a matter of fact. And Vetra, who runs the newsstand, has told Joy that, I've heard that the sleepers are going to be a little distracted this Halloween. They've found out that they can actually interact with the living, and they're going to see if they can grab some lives of all the doctors and nurses that are running this war. So they're not going to be watching so carefully to see if anybody's trying to find the secret about waking up. This might be a chance, and I don't know what they're going to be doing. This might be a good chance. So, yeah, I'll keep you posted if I hear anything else. And as you're looking around, you guys are in a large room. So picture the hospital. There are no dividing walls between private rooms. Okay, you can pretty much see through each of those walls. And so you guys are in a fairly large room, and Vetra had come running up to you, Joy, to let you know that. But the rest of you could hear as well. You can see off in the distance, there's quite a fair crowd of people milling around. That's something called the marketplace. Okay, and life exists here just like it would exist anywhere else. There's a marketplace, there's a newspaper, there are parties. So, question then is, what would you like to do with the news that the sleepers will be distracted?
Vetra, excuse me, but how did you find this out? Like, who
don't ask me about my sources. I got my news runners.
Yeah, I know. I
Nothing gets by them.
It just feels like this is some big news, and I feel like if the wrong people heard about it, then we might not get to act on it.
Yeah, that's why I'm telling you, because I know you're going to get it to the right people.
But there's just so many right people to give it to.
Oh, well, you know the rightest ones. I've kept to myself, really. I don't know that many, but I've seen you hanging out with people here and there.
Oh,
So,
gosh. This is a
I
lot
think
of
you know the right
responsibility, Vetra.
Yeah. Well, pick a few and see what you can do.
Okay.
I might send another runner to you at some point to let you know. And,
Okay,
hey,
yeah.
hey, kid, what are you looking at, kid? See that? Oh, there she goes. There was a kid staring at us from under the bed over there.
They should know better than to do that, but they are just kids, so
Yeah, that's true. Just don't want her listening in.
yeah. So okay, I need like a good place to start. I guess who in our party of people wants to be someone that I already have like a good relationship with?
I can.
Okay.
That's
And Lena, your character's name is
Yeah.
Cordelia, right? Okay. So I'm gonna like try to discreetly like calm myself down and like just casually, not really looking casually, but I'm gonna try to make my way over to Cordelia and let her in on the news. Cordelia, I have something super top secret to tell you.
Oh, yeah? What?
So the sleepers are, I have it on good, I have it in good like I have it from a good source that they're going to be really distracted this Halloween, and like I know that they have their jobs, they're doing what they need to do, but like we all kind of want to get out of here, and like honestly just having me know this secret, it's a lot of pressure, and so I just needed to tell someone because it's a lot.
No, I understand.
And
you need to tell somebody who's smarter than you. I get it.
Well, I mean, I wasn't going to go that far, but you're probably right, Cordelia. So like they're going to be distracted on Halloween. I think we need to like come up with a plan and act on it and like get us the FUCK out of here.
The fuck?
Yeah, that word.
Are you practicing your spelling, Joy?
We've talked about this, Cordelia. I can't curse.
You can. I believe in you. You'll get it someday.
Cursing's bad, And
See?
The child.
The child is peering out from under another bed.
Hey, I already told you to. We already told you to go shoot.
I already know what's going on.
What's going on?
Already. So I don't really care though. You guys can do whatever you want. I don't really want to get out of here. I'm okay here. So just thought you might want to know a little secret or two since you're already talking secrets.
I'm not sure if Joy can take any more secrets, but I'd be happy to know more. No, I tell me your secrets, child. Tell me all your secrets.
Oh, I don't know. I don't have so many secrets, but someone told me a story and they told me a story about the Maker. And they said, in order to get out of here, you have to meet the Maker. And the Maker makes dolls. And I don't know. They just said you have to meet the Maker.
Did they say where you meet the Maker or how you find the Maker?
They said the Maker hides. And someone that you wouldn't necessarily expect, but you know them when you find it. I think they hide deep down in the underground. When you go the scary places that I don't ever want to go.
I don't know about this maker guy, but like, I mean, if he makes dolls for people, he has to like, he can't be that
dolls,
bad.
right?
Dolls are
Yeah.
great, right? Totally great. Not weird or creepy at all.
No, they said the maker makes a doll for everyone, and in order to get out, you have to get your doll.
Do they say anything about why?
No,
Of course they wouldn't. Cordelia,
do you have any candy?
No, I don't have candy. I'm in a coma.
It's Halloween.
I'm sorry. Maybe
Well,
I'll
maybe
get
I'll
you
go to the
candy
market.
if we get
I'm gonna
out.
go to the market.
if we, what's your name, little one?
My name is Ilsa.
Ilsa, I tell you what, if we find the maker and he helps us get out,
Uh-huh.
I'll make sure to give you lots of candy.
Oh, goody. Thank
Let's
you.
find you and give you candy.
I like candy.
Okay, bye-bye, little child. Go find
Bye.
candy.
Okay, bye.
Joy, we should loop some others in and see if we can find this maker.
Yeah.
What about Kat and Rosemary and Sydney's character's name, who I forgot and didn't write down?
Angel.
Angel. I mean, well, with a name like Angel, they have to be perfect, right? So absolutely, I think we should go for it.
I mean, nobody's perfect. I'm probably closest because I'm so smart, but nobody's actually perfect, you know. But yes, I think Angel would be great to loop in. Let's find Kat and Rosemary and Angel.
Okay.
Okay.
We walk to find them.
Yeah. So as you're going, you guys don't necessarily have to be all in the same place, but since it is a fairly open board, you can find them. Well, let's actually do the first of using our attribute. So why don't you choose one of your attributes? This is how things happen in this game. Players will choose one of their attributes to use, and this will be in order to find people that you're looking for, and say how that attribute can contribute to helping them look, and then they will roll a die.
I could roll my Vetra trait because he seems to be a very well-connected person, and he probably knows who's who around the ward,
and likely know where people are at given times. Okay,
yeah,
I'll buy that. And so the point of the cards that you see up in the Twitch chat is each player has 3 cards, and one of those corresponds to each one of their attributes. So Joy, which card corresponds to your Vetra attribute?
My 8, and I didn't write down the suit that it was. I just wrote the number.
The value is fine. So what you're going to do is you're going to roll a d12.
Okay. Just 1d12?
1d12 and add 8 to that.
All right. All right, so I got a 10.
Okay. And this is where I actually have to take a look and see what the result is. Oh dear. Anything between an 8 and a 12 is a failure, but something beneficial happened. So you do not find the people you are looking for at first, but you do happen to stumble across another person that you had known on the ward. His name is Mark Andre, and you know him because he's one of Vetra's news runners. And Mark Andre tells you, "Oh, hey, Vetra sent me to find you, and yeah, he said that the sleepers are going to start their work trying to get some living people, They're going to start that early evening. So you guys like have today to plan, and then early evening they won't be paying much attention to what you're doing. Is that good?
Okay, so we're on a bit of a time crunch. It sounds like. Oh boy. Do you know where the sleepers are going to be when they're collecting all their people, Mark? Andre?
I think they're just going to be around the ward here. They're going to try to kill some doctors and nurses to take their lives. Yeah.
Oh man, I know that they have jobs, but like, why does it have to do that? Mark, Andre, have you ever seen a sleeper before?
Yeah, they're scary. They're really scary.
I don't know if I have. Would you be able to like let me know what to look out for, so if I unfortunately happen to cross paths with one, I can know to stay away? That would really help my anxiety.
The one that I've seen, can't mistake it. Like huge and grayish and ghosty and pale and almost skeletal like, but big sharp teeth and
hard to miss that.
Big long fingers, and yeah, I mean it's someone you just run from. That's yeah.
Okay. I guess there aren't any telltale signs that a sleeper's approaching other than like the clack 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 of their bones.
You'd probably think maybe it'd start getting a little cold. When I saw that sleeper, it was freezing.
Okay. All right. Well, Mark, you have been so incredibly helpful. Thank you so much. You are such a good person, Mark Andre.
Oh, sure, not a problem.
I'm sure you are one of Vetra's best runners, and so I'm so glad to have run into you today.
Running.
Yeah, and I don't want to keep you any longer. Thank you so much, Mark Andre. I hope I see you again soon before this is all over tonight, and maybe you can come with us.
Oh, that would be great. Yes. Okay. And gotta run.
Okay, go for it. Run, Mark Andre, run.
And as you're searching, I'm gonna say eventually, as you search around, you will find the others. So you can bring them in on what's happening.
But perhaps it took a little bit more time than we were hoping for.
Yes, perhaps.
Hey guys, so I have some news. It appears as though we really only have until tonight to figure out what the HE double hockey sticks were doing to get out of this FUCKING place. But like, I don't know. I think we probably. I mean, the only lead we have right now is that we might want to look for the maker, but I still don't. I mean, that little child seemed well intentioned, but what is a doll maker supposed to do to help us? Like,
are we sure they're not talking about meet your maker instead of the maker?
you know, that would be that makes a lot of sense. Maybe he misheard. I don't know.
I mean, if it's a child, how much can you trust a child?
I think we need more information.
Yeah, I mean, well, if we find out that there is actually a maker somewhere here, I mean, I don't know why we wouldn't already know about the existence of a doll maker. We've all been here for a while, but
we haven't been in the underground, right? It's scary. I don't go down there. Do you go down there?
Well, I think we should go down there.
But it's scary.
Well, how do we learn things if we don't go where it's scary?
Right, the things that scare us give us the most information.
Or they, like, kill us again. Or we're not dead, but kill us for real.
And as you guys are talking, and I'm assuming that you have brought yourselves away from any crowds so that you wouldn't be overheard.
Yes, that'd be
you-
smart of us.
Yes, that would be smart of you. In the distance, you could see the marketplace, and there are people milling around here and there and walking around with things in their hands. And all of a sudden, you see several tall, dark forms, and you know that these are specters. So they're dark, grayish black, and they're kind of smoky and wispy like ghosts, and they just glide through, and everyone kind of starts back and walks away, tries to get something between the specters and them. And there are about 6 of them. They descend upon the marketplace, and they spread out, and they eventually cut one person off, and it looks like they're actually hunting for a specific person. And they surround that person, and all you hear is scream.
I heard you're
was gonna
supposed
say
to
river,
beware
too.
the specter's kiss.
And as they move away, the screams are done. That person is just no longer there.
Well, that was terrifying.
Yeah. And we weren't underground.
Oh man. Maybe we should get out of here. I mean, the scary things give us the answers, but I don't think we're getting any answers out of those specters, guys. I just don't think we're getting any answers out of those specters.
I don't want to try.
Um,
You won't know until you try, though.
I was only half paying attention to most of that because I was talking to that little guy over there. I don't know if you can see him because apparently not everybody can see who I talk to, and that's okay. But I can talk to the specters. They're my friends. So I don't know if that's helpful, but we can try.
Kat, I don't think they're your friends.
Oh, we have nice little chats. Like most of the time, it's me talking to them, and sometimes they talk back, and a lot of times it's just and ooh. But I think that means pleasant conversation.
Kat, they
They
just ate
just-
somebody.
Yeah.
If you
Maybe
want to go
they're just
try, I'm in.
hungry. You know, when you have to eat, you just need to eat. Like, it's not their fault that that's what they eat. Right?
We're what they eat.
Catriona, like, again, I feel like I really like the energy you're bringing here, but if all of the information you've ever been able to glean out of the specters is and like those aren't the kinds of answers that we need right now.
See, I'm still working on it. I'm learning their language because their language is different than our language, and half the time I don't even understand our language, to be honest. People say weird things, and I like to talk to these people better because they're sometimes easier to understand. But I've gotten a little bit. I'm learning the dialect of Spectre, so this could be good practice for me.
And why don't you then give me a roll? I believe I can talk to specters to see if this one gives you any information.
All right.
Okay.
That is a 9.
So that would be a
Oh, wait,
9
no.
total. What card
Sorry,
is
no.
associated
A
with?
4. That would be a 4.
A 4. The card is a 4 plus the one?
No, the card is a 3.
The card is a
plus 1.
3. Okay, so a 4 total. That's going to be an abysmal failure. So out of that specter, you get and unfortunately, it doesn't tell you anything. And because it was an abysmal failure, you are going to have to draw 2 more cards, and those cards are called Banes. If
Okay.
it's a black card on your next roll, it will be subtracted. First card you draw. If it's red, it will be added to your next roll.
Okay.
And because you rolled a 1 on the die, you also have to swap out one of your attribute cards for a new card.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in that.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna drop this one. And then you give me the Bane cards, right? Yes?
You can draw them out of the deck.
Oh, okay. So
And I just need to know 3 of spades.
yes.
It's going to be your first Bane.
And
A 5 of diamonds.
then I re-roll a new stat as well, right?
Don't re-roll your stat.
Okay.
Then, so these are your Banes. You chose the 3 first, and since it's black on your next roll, I subtract 3. The roll after that, I add 5, though.
Okay.
So, and then you draw another card that you will replace one of your stat cards,
Okay.
and it's your choice.
Nice.
And to those of you who are listening, the cards are significant because at the end, we all compare hands using standard poker rules, slightly modified since they have 3 stat cards. And they're going to compare theirs to a random 3-card hand that I draw. And if their standard poker 3-card hand is better than mine, they wake up. If it is worse than mine, they stay in a coma. So as they're being forced to trade cards, and then I'm sorry, the other thing is because with the Banes, you are allowed to swap one of those with your stats if you choose. So if either one of those cards or both are useful to you, you can choose to swap out your stat cards.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Sort of. Yeah.
Okay. And if you want, you can put the Bane cards in your hand. If not.
Okay.
Okay. So all you get out of the specter is, but the others don't necessarily know that.
Bye, Robert. It was nice to see you.
So Joy would like kind of almost gingerly hop over to you. So Catriona, it looked like you had a really interesting conversation. What happened?
So what I got, like I said, I'm still a beginner. So we said hi, and he said he's having a bit of drama at work. And he also said that person tasted really, really good. And then he said he had to go. But at least I know the person tasted good.
I wonder how I taste.
Bet you taste delicious. You look delicious.
Absolutely scrumptious.
You guys are so.
I'm not sure I want to taste good.
Okay. Well, I guess you didn't get to ask about the maker or like what's downstairs.
Not this time. Maybe next time I can try. The next one we talk to.
There's no like insight in this game, but is there a way that I could like verify the information, or do I just take what she's saying at face value here?
That's a good question because there is not insight. Well, there are a couple things you could do. If there's a way you can think of relating one of your traits to seeing if she's telling you the truth, you can do that. Or you can choose to dream, which is where you would just draw a card because it's not related to one of your traits. You draw a card roll along with that card and see if you succeed or fail. And I will describe what happens as you do that.
Okay. I don't know if I want to dream based on this. I feel like because I see the good in everyone, like I'm not going to assume I'm getting lied to right now. Okay, well, Catriona, I think maybe we need to like perhaps not put all of our eggs in this basket, and maybe we should just, try discreetly asking some other, other loose ends or whatever to try to figure out what to do next.
Well, there's always Jarmir. I made friends with him a while ago. He's kind of weird. He's been here 3 times before, and he kind of knows a lot. And he taught me a lot when I first got here because I was very confused. And then I started seeing people, and I saw people at home when I was awake, but I don't know, it was a lot. And he's been my buddy ever since. He's kind of weird though, and he smells kind of weird. But for the most part, he seems awesome.
Okay. And like he sounds like just a charming individual.
Oh yeah.
What do you think we might be able to ask him about though?
Well, I mean, maybe he could know about the maker or what goes on downstairs. Because he seems rather adventurous. I think he's pretty much checked every single thing that has happened here. And he says he's been here 3 times, but it might be more because he's really, really smart.
Okay.
I think that sounds good.
I think Joy would like to just kind of peruse the marketplace and see if she spots anyone or like just any place that happens to have like something that looks like a few handmade dolls. Just like see if I can find it of my own.
Okay.
Maybe Joy, you can look while like Kat and I go to talk to her friend, and Rosemary and Angel, do you have leads you could follow up on?
I was thinking of talking to my friend because, I mean, as a weapons maker, as one maker might know where another type of maker is. A trade.
That makes sense.
That makes sense.
Okay, and you would know that Croner has a shop in the market where he sells certain weapons.
So I have a friend, Molly, but Molly runs events, and I don't know if that necessarily would mean that she'd know anything about the maker, but I could go talk to her.
And
I mean, if they do like selling festivals or anything like that, like
Yeah, I suppose.
little meet
and
Maybe meet back
towards
here.
chat.
Molly will probably come around. You'll just bump into her because she is always flitting around and around. So if you kind of stay near the market, you will see her probably within 20 minutes because she is always around.
Maybe she'll have seen the maker.
All right. So let's go first to Croner and go with Joy. Were you going to go with, or Angel, Joy, Angel. Rosemary, are you going with Angel? Or no?
Yeah, I could go with Angel because it seems just as likely I'll see Molly there.
Okay. So you know where Croner's shop is in the market. So you can pretty well head there. On your way, it is, I wouldn't call it crowded, especially since the specters came and scared a lot of people off. But there are a few people wandering around, with some with packages, some that look like they're just kind of hurrying through, some that are just looking, and some that just look lost. But you find your way to Croner's. It's a little table. He's managed to erect a little tent over it so that stuff stays a little private. He doesn't necessarily want everybody seeing what he has or being able to get to it. And he sees you and he says, Angel, how have you been?
I've been doing pretty great. How are you?
Oh, always good, always good. Just hanging out here, supplying people with what they need. So,
No, it's always a great day when I come to see you and your weapons.
oh yeah, weapons are wonderful things. What do you need today? Or what do you want today?
Oh, I don't know. We're kind of thinking about trying to adventure downstairs a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
What do you suggest?
Well, more creative you can get, the better. Don't necessarily, I mean, you could take any one of these. He's got all kinds of crazy things up on the. You see something that looks like a shoe, but it says, this just looks like a shoe, but it's really fairly deadly if you hit somebody. You just have to know exactly how to hit them. And it's got something that looks like a walking stick and other things that are unrecognizable that you think have been made out of pieces of hospital bed and various nicks and knacks from around. Said, down in the deeps, you just gotta get crazy. Like I always say, anything's a weapon if you use it right. So,
But that one looks interesting. It has like a lever on it, and there's always use for a lever.
oh yeah, this one with the lever here, and then the button and the thing that goes. Yeah, that's a good one.
Buttons are always a good sign.
Yeah. So yeah, why you could take that one. You can have that one.
Really?
Yeah. If you ever find the secret to getting out of here, let me know.
Oh, definitely.
Oh, absolutely.
And, I don't do this for money. I just do it for something to do. I like weapons. And sometimes people need them.
Well, we're grateful.
Awesome.
Definitely.
So how are you getting down in the dark? Down in the deeps?
Oh, we're kind of just winging it and trying to find our best way down there, but we're also looking for the maker.
Oh, the maker. I've heard of the maker. I don't know much about them, but word is they hide. But if you find them, you can get out. I don't know why. I don't know how. That's just what I heard. It was one of Vetra's runners, not Marc Andre. He's a really good one, but it was another one that told me about it. Yeah, you can look for the maker. Be careful down in the deeps, It's kind of hard to get down there. I've never been, but I hear you gotta make use of a specter. I don't know, because
I mean, I guess we know someone who can talk to specters, so that might work out.
Yeah, that could be a good thing. Because I don't know how to get down there, but it's like the specters and the sleepers. They know how to get down, and like the specters, I imagine, have to go down there to talk to the sleepers sometimes, right? So
I suppose I want to be able to have her go talk to the specters, but they just make me shiver a little bit. So,
well, of course. I mean, man, did you just see them? They just ate somebody. I don't even know who that was. They'd only been on the ward since yesterday. they must have done something awful to make the sleepers mad at them and have the specters eat them.
It just makes me upset when I don't get to know somebody on the ward, and they're just gone now.
Yeah, I don't even know where they go. You know, yeah, they're just gone. So, you know, you could think of it. Maybe that's how you wake up. I don't think so, but you know.
Maybe that's how you go down in the dark.
Oh, that would be horrifying. That would be terrifying. Okay, I don't want to go in the dark, so I'm not coming with you. Don't even ask. But
That's fine. Do you mind if I take the walking stick weapon in case I need it?
take it. It's yours.
Neat.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Okay.
Do we have any more questions?
Is that for Rosemary?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I mean, I'm not entirely used to weapons, but I hopefully can figure this
That
one
one
out.
with the lever, that's really easy. You just pull the lever or push the button or do the thingamabobby, and yeah, just works. It works great.
I'm more used to the opposite of weapons, so
It just works.
Those are the best kinds of weapons.
It just does damage.
Just does the thing.
Well, there's no mechanism in this game for combat, and so we don't have to know how it works. It works.
Just works.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So you guys be careful now, and just if you find a way out.
Well, when we get information, we'll come back for you.
All right. Sounds good. And with that, where were Cordelia, you and Catriona were going to go somewhere.
Yeah, we were
Joy,
going
were
to
you
go talk to
going-
Kat's friend.
Okay. Yes. Yaramir. Yaramir, when he's on the ward, pretty much hangs out in a bed. He just kind of kicks back and reads a book. You know exactly where he's going to be. So you can just go there and say hi. And as you come up to him, he is just so pleased to see you and says, "Oh, hello. I am so sorry you're still here. You didn't go and then come back again, did you?"
And at seeing him, Kat is going to jump on the bed and pretty much sit, no personal boundaries whatsoever, just really close to him, like cuddling and like, just like,
Oh,
this is
he'll
your
eat it
best
up.
friend.
Yeah.
Hi,
He eats it
Spermir.
up.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I wish I could have left. I have gone a couple of places in my head. You know that really lovely spot with all the candy colored clouds that I told you about? Where I
Oh,
talked to my friend
yeah.
Johnny and the cats, and it's surrounded by cats. It's so magical. It's such a good
Oh, I
land.
remember.
Yeah, and then there's that specter that always comes to visit, and they're so nice, and they
Is
come
that,
for
what was his
tea.
name? Robert?
Robert comes for
Robert.
tea. Yeah.
Yeah.
He really likes the spicy teas like chais. He's not a fan of like decaf teas for some reason. I don't know. It's probably because he works a lot. But anyway, I'm sorry. I'm getting off topic again. No, I haven't left any at all, and I kind of want to. Like, I miss my life, and I miss the world, and I miss sunshine. And actually, I didn't really like the
Sure.
sun that much because I'm kind of scared of the sun. But yeah, I like the upstairs world a little better. But how are you?
Oh, I'm just, well, clearly I'm not that fine, but I'm always fine. Fine, it's just going to be a short visit. So, it's not too bad.
Yeah,
Like,
how short is this visit going to be this time? Are we going to be able to talk a little bit more? I feel like I've barely talked to you since you've been back.
Yeah, I don't know exactly how long it's going to be, but I'm thinking just a few days.
How do
It
you
depends
know
on how quick I can get out.
how do you
So,
know it's going to be a short visit?
oh, I just want it to be. I make up my mind, and once my mind is made up, that's the way it has to be.
How have you
Hmm.
been getting out?
You know, it gets a little blurry. I remember, and you can't tell anyone
Never.
about this
My lips are sealed.
because everyone's going to start bugging me if they think I've told anybody anything how to get out. And I don't want that because it does get blurry. But I seem to remember that I was passing by some specters and I tried to talk to them, but I'm not like you. I can't talk to the specters. They don't pay any attention to
Oh,
me.
they're so nice. You should try to talk to them sometime.
I do. And everybody loves me. So I don't know, don't seem to, but they usually ignore. But this one time, they started to talk to me, and then it gets all blurry. And I seem to remember something about there was like a door, and it was placed past the door, and I just don't remember, but it was somehow those specters got me through this door.
Did
And
you? Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
no, that's go ahead.
Uh, when you went down into the door, did you have to go to the bad place downstairs? You know, the one where you told me never to go to?
Yeah, I think I did because I remember being scared of going through that door. I didn't want to go through it, but I did. And honestly, I don't really remember much of what happened, but I'm pretty sure that it was down in the deeps. And then I woke up. So I'm thinking that secret's got to be down in the deeps. And something about the specters. The specters know how to get you there. And when I get brave enough, I'll try talking to them again.
Well, if you need pointers on how to talk to them, you can come talk to me because I'm learning and I'm doing a
Oh,
pretty good job of it.
They haven't
that
eaten
is
her yet.
fantastic. I'm sorry?
They haven't eaten her yet.
No, and that's what I'm also afraid of. Because they do tend to eat some people. And doesn't seem to be any rhyme or reason to it. So I don't know. But they could never eat me. I'm fabulous. I mean,
And I'm
gosh.
too lovable. I'm too lovable to be eaten.
Yeah. So what do we have to worry about?
Oh, nothing. I'm just
Nothing at
gonna give you a
all.
little hug.
Oh, yeah. He's eating it up. He loves it. And he just has this big grin, and he kind of has like brown curly hair, and it's short on top. It's split, and it's real curly and super big grin and like bright blue eyes. Just super friendly looking guy. Fortunately, he has some health problems that land him in the ward. So
Not to kill the vibe, but have you heard of the Maker?
I've Maker. Maker. There's something else. I've heard that they're the most powerful sleep of all, and that they run everything. Not run everything as in control of the other sleepers, but run everything as in they can get you out. I don't know that I've ever seen the Maker, but maybe I met the Maker when I went down in the deeps, if that's where I went. Because they're said to live at the bottom depths of the deep. That's all I know.
That's helpful. Thanks. And it's not as helpful as it would be if you were as brilliant as me, but I understand not everybody can be, this intelligent
You
and beautiful.
you
Um,
are that intelligent. It's amazing. You're just fabulous. Almost as fabulous as I am.
I'm
Mary, you are
definitely
very fabulous.
Excellent. Sorry.
Well, thank you.
Anytime, anytime. I'll just be here relaxing for a while.
Hey, Jarmir, if we make it out of this and I don't make it upstairs, which I hope I will, I'll come visit you. We can talk more books.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And if I don't see you and you get out of here and I don't see you before you do, then you come visit me anyway. And we
Oh,
can
I
read
will.
books.
I
So,
will.
Yeah. Sounds good. And I'm going to kick back now. He kicks back and starts to close his eyes, take a little nap.
Well,
And-
that was helpful.
It seems like we're gonna have to go underground.
But we're not supposed to go underground. It's like super scary and we're not allowed to.
I will see what the others have found, but everything seems to be pointing that way. And it's okay. You can talk to the specters, and I'm immune to the sleepers. We'll be fine.
Okay. I guess it does give me an excuse to practice my specter.
Definitely.
And sorry, I'm going to cut out real quick and say that Rosemary, as you guys are back from Croner's shop, you hear the voice of Molly, who is just always the most cheerful person you have ever met, but unfortunately has somewhat of a shrill voice. And you can hear her going through the marketplace saying, and don't forget, tonight we're going to be having this party and it's going to be right here around the marketplace. We're going to have some games and we're going to carve some pumpkins and we're even going to do like those games like, pass the body parts that you do and you have to guess what, maybe that's not. But maybe pin the tail on the donkey or something. But yeah, we'll so tonight starting at 6:00, everybody meet here and we'll have a party. Oh, hey Rosemary. How you
Hey,
doing?
Molly.
How you
Good
doing?
to see you. I'm all right. I'm doing the usual, just going around looking after all the others.
Yeah. You gonna come to
Trying
the
to make
party?
sure everything's possibly, yeah.
Good.
I listen. Do you know of anybody named the Maker?
Maker. Well, is that person that makes dolls?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, those dolls, they're fabulous. They're just small little dolls and they're all handmade and they're like made out of yarn and all different colors of yarn. And you do see them hanging up here and there, or sometimes people are walking around with one. But I've never gotten one for myself. But yeah, I don't know. They just make the dolls. That's all I know.
Who have you seen walking around with one?
Well, there was a little girl. I think her name was Ilsa. She had one. And there were a couple of guys, last week or something. They weren't here very long. They came in and I invited them to the new person get together that we were going to have. And it turns out that only one person came because those two, they just, by the time the new person get together came, they were already gone. But when I met them, they had these dolls. So I don't know.
So you've never seen the Maker, you've just seen the dolls.
Right. And when I asked the guys, because they were such cute little dolls. I mean, it almost looked like them. They had the same color hair as they did, and they were wearing actually kind of the same clothes. It looked like, but yeah, I asked them where they got it, and they said they got them from the Maker. And that's, I didn't really ask anymore because I was all excited about getting to the new person shindig. But yeah.
Yeah. Well, I remember that new person get together. I remember going to meet because I like to meet all the new people and check in on
Yeah.
them. And I
Yeah.
do remember that there was only one person there. So
Yeah, that was
interesting
Brett.
to know that that was connected to the maker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Brett's still here.
Um,
He's around somewhere, but I don't know. I think he's been doing just fine
Yeah.
since then.
You know, if I go tonight, I might need to bring some friends.
Oh, sure. Bring anybody. You know,
Oh,
I like to organize these things. Everybody needs something to do, right? And what's more fun than having a
Yeah.
party? And it's
Yeah.
Halloween. So,
All right.
yeah, we'll dress up and all kinds of stuff.
All right. 6 o'clock. Okay.
6 o'clock right out here. I'm going to go make some punch.
All right. Well, I'm looking forward to it.
Okay. And she's going to wander off and don't forget 6 o'clock. It's going to be a Halloween party like you before. Woohoo! And as Joy, you are walking around the marketplace, you do actually see there's one person that is standing around, and it looks like they're selling kitchen things almost, like some pot holders and stuff like that, but mixed in with these textiles that they have hanging. You see a couple of dolls that maybe 3-4 inch dolls look like they're made out of yarn.
Oh my goodness. I feel like I've been looking around for ages and I finally found one. Is it, do I know this person that is at the booth that is selling stuff?
You've seen this person before, but you don't necessarily know them. Short woman. Her name is Julia, and she's somewhat stocky, has dark hair, really pleasant looking face, just looks like a super nice person. Big smile.
Julia, I know we haven't really interfaced much before, but you have just made my day.
Now, how did I do that?
Well,
All I'm doing is standing here, honey.
And that's all you needed to do, because I look up and I see one of those dolls and I have been scouring, looking everywhere for one of those, and like I felt a compulsion. I need to know who is supplying you with these dolls, because I need to give them just a personal thanks, because they have brought so much joy to my life.
Oh, honey, unfortunately, I don't know exactly who. I got these. I traded them to somebody,
Okay.
and it was somebody that I don't know. They came up and they wanted some of my fine towels here, and they just offered a trade. Sure, I don't do this for money. I just, I like helping people out. So I said, okay, I'll trade
that.
you.
I get that, Julia.
Did you want the dolls?
I mean, I probably couldn't hurt to have one, but have you seen anyone else with one by chance?
I have not. Unfortunately. Is there something special about these dolls?
I think they're really pretty, and I just feel like the urge that I need to meet whoever's made them, if they're here, but
You need to meet their maker.
yeah, if so if you ever catch wind of who their maker might be, please, I implore you, let me know, and I will absolutely take one off your hands if you would be so generous.
Oh, absolutely, honey. You can have both of them.
Oh
So-
my goodness.
Absolutely. Take them both. And yeah.
Julia,
I
you
will-
are so much better than all those people in those white coats.
Oh, honey. Nah. I just, we're all just trying to get by here. That's all.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
It's people like you that make my day bright.
What? We've been having this amazing conversation, and I just don't know why we haven't spoken before.
I don't know. Because I've seen you going back and we just haven't. It hasn't been our time.
Yeah, I don't.
But now it is.
But now is the time. That's so right, Julia. I tell you what, if
Mm.
Julia, what is it that you most want out of life?
What do I most want? Oh boy. That's a real hard thing to say. Because while I'm here, what I most want while I'm here is to help you all. I don't like seeing everybody here. I don't want everybody to be. I don't want those darn specters eating. They just ate little Bob. That's
Yeah.
not right.
Yeah, they're definitely perplexing. Like, I know they have to be here for a reason, but like, why do they have to eat people?
I don't know. I really don't. It's terrifying. And every so often they just do. And I think it's the sleepers that tell them to do it. And I just want to help everybody get out of here while everybody can.
Yeah. I wanna help everyone get out of here too. I mean, I want to get out of here myself. I mean, I'm
Oh, of course.
like all of these bleach white alabaster walls, they get taxing on the eyes to look at, and just all the people in the white coats and all the specters and like the omnipresent fear of the sleepers, even though I don't think I've ever seen one. It's just a lot. It's a lot for a little girl to
Haven't you ever
handle.
been out of the hospital?
I don't know.
Oh, honey, you can get out of the hospital room. There are all kinds of places in here.
How?
You just gotta explore sometimes. Sometimes you're walking around, and if you're looking real careful, there's just a door there where you don't ever expect there to be a door. And you poke your head through. I got into this room once. It was the brightest green I've ever seen. It was crazy. And it had a super comfy couch in it. It was lovely. With a fireplace.
A green room with the fireplace and a couch.
Yeah.
Julia, I would give you everything I have right now if you could take me to this room. But as it stands right now, all I have are these two beautiful dolls. If I give you these dolls, will you take me to this room, please?
You don't have to give me the
beg you.
dolls. I'll show you where I found the door. Sure.
Okay, please. Oh my gosh, Julia, you are the best.
Okay.
I just want to do whatever I need to get out of here.
Well, come on, come right this way. Let me show you. And we'll just, all it takes is we just have to go down this corridor and watch those sleepers over there. And yeah, maybe
I will
away a little
absolutely watch out for those sleepers.
Yeah, we don't want to go near them. But okay. And then just around this corner, and it was just, I was looking at this wall right here, and there, you see, it's a green door right there. Can you see it?
Do I see it?
Yeah. You can see it.
Okay. Yeah, I push open the door.
It's a bright green room. There's a big fuzzy rug on the floor, fireplace with a fire burning, couch, coffee table.
Oh my gosh, Julia, how have I not seen this room before? I wonder
You
what
gotta
other
open your
places-
eyes, honey. You just gotta look. You
That's some
gotta
good
you gotta
advice.
believe it's there. There's all kinds of stuff around here. You just gotta believe.
Julia, I have a super quick question for you.
Sure.
Um, I've heard, and can we keep this between you and me?
Of course.
Okay. Right, because I trust you. You showed me this green room. I'm in your bag.
It's a
You did-
beautiful room, isn't it?
Absolutely. And I'm kind of like warming my hands by the fire. Julia, I've heard rumors that there's a downstairs, like an underground.
Yeah, there sure is. I've never been, but I heard someone. I talked to someone that has been. They followed a specter.
Did they followed the specter? Did the specter
Yeah.
did they say the specter knew that they were there?
No, I don't think the specter ever knew they were there. But they were sneaky and they followed the specter and they saw where that specter went. And I don't know where that was. But
Okay. I wonder if there's a way to hide from the specters.
I
Hmm.
don't know. I don't know. I sure wish there was that I
Yeah,
I'd be hiding every
I
time I
sure
saw
bet
one.
that the person that just got, by
Mhm.
one probably wish
was
they knew how
Bob.
to.
That was Bob. And yeah, he didn't know how to hide from.
Oh man. What do you know about Bob? I knew he was only here for a little bit, but like
Yeah, he wasn't here for too long. I don't know.
to be in and meet the chomping block so fast, like
I don't know. Maybe he must have done something to make the sleepers angry because it got eaten.
oh man.
I hadn't talked to him that much, so I don't know.
Okay, well, you knew his name was Bob. That's certainly more than me. You're,
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay, well, Julia, you've been so helpful, and I think I'm just gonna make sure that my eyes are just peeled, and
Yes.
and I'm gonna find every door that I've been too blind to see before now, and it's gonna be great. And I tell you what, I'm gonna find out how to follow those sleepers, and I'm gonna attribute it all to you. Thank you so much, Julia.
Aw, you're so sweet. Just don't let them see.
I will try not to. Do you think it would be safe if I, took one of these logs that are on fire out of here with me?
I wouldn't have thought of that, but give it a try. I don't know. Good.
Okay. And I'm gonna carry a torch
Okay.
out of the room.
It goes with you. It goes with you, no problem. So you're carrying a torch. She says, "Honey, I
Awesome.
gotta get back to my stall now. So just in case there's somebody else."
Okay,
coming
I'll
around.
be sure to swing. If I don't get out of here, you best believe I'll be sure to swing by your store every day.
Okay, then that's awesome. We'll see you later, honey.
Okay, see you, Julia.
And she walks off, and you are carrying a burning log.
That's all I've ever wanted.
Burning log. Oh, no. All right. So the group of you guys eventually, I'm assuming, will to share info.
Yeah.
Decide what to do.
Yeah, guys, look, I found dolls that were made by the maker. I don't know who got them, but I know that a couple things about them. But look, I also have a torch.
So, I heard that there were 3 people who had dolls from the maker. and that two of them were just here for not very long and then they were just gone. And one of them was a kid. The kids might still be around.
How many kids have there been just around here that we've seen?
Not many.
What's the kid's
And-
name? Elsie?
Ilsa. was
Ilsa?
Its name that was spying on you guys. Rosemary, you would know that there really are never very many kids. This is not a children's hospital, so their children are rare. Ilsa has been in and out. Like sometimes she's around, sometimes she's not, but it doesn't seem like she's gone. You know, she just hides well, perhaps. There was another kid that was in for maybe something like that. That was a boy. And then maybe one other child in the last, that you can remember.
So, one of them was a kid, Ilsa, which that's like one of the only two kids I've seen here.
Ilsa? Ilsa was the one
Yeah.
that told me about the Maker in the first place.
I guess that maybe she knows more than she told you. Did she tell you anything about who the Maker was, or how to find the Maker, or where she got the doll? Did she show you the doll?
No, just that she didn't even tell me she had a doll. Just that
Oh.
Just that we needed to meet the Maker, and that was the way to get out of here. But now I'm suddenly second guessing what we
She
know.
probably
from-
didn't want to tell you because you shoot her away.
She was spying on me.
Well, you might want to go apologize and try to get some answers. Give her some candy.
This is wise. Okay, maybe. All right. But what else
Bribery could be the answer.
what did you guys find out?
Kat and I heard that the Maker is a sleeper, which is concerning, like one of the most powerful or the most powerful. And her friend, he said we need to go underground, right, Kat?
And at this, Kat's just gonna be staring at the fire, not paying attention whatsoever.
Kat,
Yeah.
can you recapping what we learned from your friend? You're really focused on the fire there.
Oh, yeah, it's really pretty. I haven't seen anything except for these lights in so long. It's just, it's really pretty and it's kind of hypnotic, and I should probably stop looking at it. Yeah.
Isn't it nice not having fluorescent light in your eyes for once?
It's so pretty. Can we make more of these? Like, can we make all of the lights this?
Can we make more fire?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, we can just light other things on fire with the fire, right? That's how fire works. But we should focus and probably not just burn down the ward.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd probably be a good idea. That wouldn't be good. Let me think. Well, Jaromir has been. He said that the specters took him through a room. He didn't know where he was going, and he thinks he might have gone downstairs, which is a bad place where he told me never to go. But he might have been there, and he thinks that he maybe met the Maker down there. But he isn't sure.
He also said there was a door.
Oh yeah, there was that door.
A door?
Yeah.
Guys, I found a door.
There's more than one door?
Was it the same door? Do we know what those doors look like?
The door that I found was big and green, and it led to a big green room that had a couch and a campfire. That's where the torch came from.
Oh.
And I think if what Julia tells me is correct, all we have to do, and I know this sounds strange, but like Julia's like the best person ever. 'Cause she also gave me these dolls. Yeah. She might even be better than Cordelia.
Whoa.
I don't think so.
Okay, well, we can. You are pretty good too. We can sort this out later. But she said that if we believe, we might be able to find the doors that we're looking for. And so we also have to keep our eyes open and maybe follow the specters. I don't know. There was a lot of information.
So if I just like think really hard, I could find a door that leads to the doll that would get me out of here?
It's worth a try. I mean, it might lead us to the underground, maybe, because apparently it's through a door somewhere.
Maybe Cordelia should do this because she's good at thinking.
Sure, I can try. I'm really good at thinking. Think really hard about how to get out of here.
Okay, so this sounds like it's going to call for some sort of a roll, probably
Sure.
on your brilliant stat.
Yeah. So my brilliant stat has a 2 of diamonds, so I need to roll well on this.
Okay.
That gets me to an 11.
2 and 11. That would be anything between 8 and a 12 is failure, but something beneficial happened.
Okay.
So you are thinking really, really hard about how to get out of here, and you're trying to focus maybe on a door, or where is the maker, or where is the and no door appears. You don't see where the maker is, but all of a sudden you have the realization that, hey, since you are immune to the sleeper's mind trick, maybe, just maybe, probably, you're going to be immune to some of the specters as well. So you might be able to figure out where the door is by following them, because they won't be able to, they can't sense you're thinking, because the sleepers can't penetrate your mind. Why would the specters?
Hey, y'all, I couldn't figure out how to get out of here exactly, but I realized that since I'm immune to the sleepers, I've got to be immune to the specters too, right? Like, they can't penetrate my mind, they can't tell where I am. And if I'm immune to them and Cat can talk to them, we're probably fine to follow them and find the door. Because I can protect you, or Cat can talk them down. It will go great.
Okay.
This sounds like the most cohesive plan we've thought of all day. So why not?
What time are we going to be doing this? There's a party at 6 I told Molly I'd go to, and that I'd bring some friends if you're all free.
Oh man, but oh man, Rosemary, at that time this evening is when the sleepers are going to be the most distracted, which would give us the best opportunity to get out. So I don't know if
Did we ever think the party is the distraction?
The sleepers are throwing a
Maybe
party?
they might be going to the party to eat people.
They didn't invite us?
Would Molly do that? I don't think Molly would invite the sleepers to a party.
I don't think she did it intentionally. If it's a thing.
I don't know, guys.
I vote we stick with the plan.
I mean, yeah, we can't protect everybody, and it will be when the sleepers are most distracted one way or another.
I do have to find Molly and tell her I can't make it, but I want to.
Quick DM question or GM question. Is there any advantage for us to getting more people to come with us to wake up? Or is the end game for us to just worry about ourselves?
The way it's written, really the end game is for you guys to worry about yourselves with, but it's our story. So however you want to run the story is how it's going to play out.
Yeah, I
it's
just
certainly
like
not a disadvantage to having more people, other than specters might notice if a whole bunch of people, you're not sure.
I mean, Rosemary, what do you think the chances are of us sort of, I don't know, convincing Molly to make a break for it with us? And like, you've got to think, right? Like, there's strength in numbers. Maybe there's no way that all the specters could get all of us at once.
Yeah, I just don't know if Molly'd be able to leave one of her parties, but I could try when I tell her that I can't make it. I
Her
could
parties
explain
are pretty
why.
killer.
Hopefully not literally.
Funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully not literally. Okay, well that makes sense. I mean, why don't you leave a note for Molly letting you know that you've got a rain check on this, and then we will all try to locate a specter to follow.
And you would know that Molly has her own like board where she posts like flyers of all of her upcoming events so that people can be informed. So that if you wanted to write her a note and tack it up on her bulletin board, that she would get it.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go do that.
Okay. And
Should I say what I write?
if you'd like.
Okay. Hi, Molly. I'm really sorry. This doesn't usually happen, but something came up and I can't make it to the party tonight. Love,
Or rather,
Rosemary.
something is going down.
I like fold it up and write Molly on the outside so that hopefully other people won't read it. But I guess if they do, whatever.
Okay. And you could tack it up on her bullet. And you know she'll, because she always checks the board, because that's where people will leave her ideas for and that sort of thing. And it wouldn't actually take you all that to find a specter, because it seems like they go on these regular patrols. So they don't necessarily pay a lot of attention to people, but like 2 of them at a time will come through the marketplace now and then. And they're just kind of looking around and observing things spookily. So it's only maybe 10 or 15 until you know the next pair is going to go. And eventually you see them. They're emerging from a hallway that you would actually never noticed before. And as you're looking, they're coming out of this dark hallway, and it's like, oh man. And as they leave it and are coming toward the marketplace, the hallway seems to close up behind, and they're moving toward the market.
Is there enough, like, has it closed up already, or would I have had enough time to dash into the hallway?
Depends on how close you are. Trying to think of what your stats are or your characteristics. Bewildered, you know Vetra, and you find the good. Because that feels like there would be a role involved.
Yeah, Yeah, 100%. I just feel like based on my last conversation with Julia that like I'm taking her for her word and I'm like eyes peeled all the time like looking for anything that's like anomalous
Mhm.
and I feel that like I guess this would if I had to make an argument for what role to put this on, it would be finding the good in people because I'm like taking her up on her word here.
I was thinking
Um,
the same thing.
yeah.
So
Yeah, so
it
I would
sounds
I'll give it a roll on that stat and
okay.
I'm making a break for it with my torch towards that hallway.
Okay.
And so my finding the good in people, oh gosh, it's a 9. I have to roll like I don't. This is gonna fail no matter what. Here
Oh
we go.
no. Oh. Oh, not necessarily.
I got a 10.
Okay, so you got a 10, which is but something beneficial happens. That something beneficial is going, and it's a 1, so you're going to have to draw a card
Yeah.
and swap it with your stat card.
Alright.
So this,
Okay, I dragged it out.
and what card did you draw?
I think I drew a Joker.
Hey,
card?
jokers are wild.
I did draw a Joker.
So what
Okay.
card would you like that Joker to? Actually, you
Um,
don't necessarily have to say at the
yeah, I mean, I'll get rid of the 9 because that's like way too close.
okay.
And then can I just delete? Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
And that I was gonna recall it to the deck. If you
Okay, go
did.
for it. Yeah.
No, wait. Oh, is that the? There's a
So
jack
I
on
think
it.
I think I accidentally pulled 2 cards out when I only meant to do 1, and
Oh,
I
got
pulled the
it.
Joker first.
I
Okay,
did the same thing, Sam.
there we go. So I've put it back in and shuffled the deck. So all right. So now you have a Joker. And your something beneficial is going to be that the specters are moving unusually slowly at this point in time, and it seems like they're going to be perhaps somewhat easy to follow. They are not seeming to pay much attention. They almost look like they're talking to each other. Can't necessarily hear them, but understand them. But they are somewhat preoccupied and moving through, so they should not be too hard to follow.
I would run up to Catriona, or I would try to call her attention. Hey, can you translate what they're saying?
I can try. From what I'm gathering so far, it's definitely about the tea.
About the
The tea of the world. But I can definitely roll for it and see if I can find out if that's what we're going to do.
Absolutely.
All right. All right. Come on. Anything is better than what happened last time. 12.
So that's a 4.
12.
Oh, it's a 12 total. It's still a failure, but something beneficial happened. Oh, but wait, because you have Bane.
Oh.
You know. Okay, I am going to use my GM discretion, and instead of using the 3 of spades for your first Bane, I'm going to use that 5 of diamonds. So instead of a 12, you now have a 17.
Woo!
And a 17 is a success with no bad things or good things happening.
Oh, hey!
First success.
You are able to understand what these specters are saying. And the one is saying to the other, yeah, about 6 o'clock is when the sleepers are going to try to get the big haul. Doctors and nurses, other ones, I don't know why they even want to. patients taste much better. Well, yeah, I don't know, but they're just the sleepers. And, well, who knows? But anyway, I mean, we've got to make sure that we're up here watching this party. And, they said nobody should be left behind. So I guess that means that our normal room is going to be fairly empty. Yeah, it shouldn't be. Well, they said all hands on deck. They want everybody out looking at the party. So they don't want anybody escaping while they're preoccupied. Okay, I don't necessarily agree with them. But, they're the boss. What are we going to do, right? Yeah, we're just going to eat. Yeah. And they chuckle together at the thought of eating. So that, that gives you insight that you think most of the specters anyway, will be at the party at the time. So perhaps the deep place will not be as dangerous as you had previously thought, at least not from specters. You don't know what else is, but most of the specters will be here.
Okay, so I'm going to reiterate all of that, but the main points I'm going to key are, so what I heard from the specters, it was definitely tea, like I told you it was. I was right there. I got that right. So they're going to be going to the party, and all the doctors and the nurses and all the important people are going to be at this party too. And they're going to be on the menu. I don't think that's really important. They're just going to eat, and I'm really happy for them that they get to eat their food. But the other thing is, it looks like all the specters are going to be there, so there's not going to be anybody on patrol. So if we wanted to go to the big, scary down place, now would probably be the time to do it at that party when they're spectating the specters.
Does that mean, are they going to be eating Molly?
Just all of Molly's party goers, it sounds like.
Well, Molly is on staff. Is Molly a staff member?
I don't know.
Well, maybe
I feel
they
like
don't
I need to leave her another note or find her.
Maybe
and
they just don't like people named Molly. Maybe they just don't eat anyone named Molly. Like, that's probably a thing, right? Like, I wouldn't want to eat a Jeffrey, for instance. That just sounds yucky. So maybe they just won't eat.
I'm not sure I can rely on that.
Is there a taste difference between Jeffrey with a J and Jeffrey with a G?
You would have to assume.
You would think so.
One tastes deeply of pretension. Well, I think our best bet is, it sounds like they're only going after the doctors, and I don't think that Molly is one of the doctors, right? Probably not.
Not that I know of, but maybe. I still kind of want to warn her and write her a note. Like, it makes sense for us to go then, but I'm still kind of worried.
I totally understand that. And Molly's a great person. I'm just feeling conflicted because if the party doesn't happen, then the distraction that we need to GTFO does not happen.
Maybe I should just say, be careful at your party tonight.
That is a great compromise. Rosemary, you're the best.
Okay. I'm still worried, but I'll go write that on her board. Hey.
Okay.
Are we still near Molly's board?
Yeah, you can definitely leave her a note. that. Do you want to let us know what it says, or?
So, dear Molly, or maybe I write it on the old note, like, P.S. Please be very, very, very careful at your party tonight.
A little cryptic, but she'll get the note. Why don't we take it? I really a little bit of time here, so why don't we take a quick break? And manage fluids, as Andy would say.
Yes, manage your fluids.
Yes, manage all fluids. And maybe just about 5 minutes, just a short break.
Okay.
And,
Sweet. Galway, you got that for break?
You're out. Sorry, I was pausing because I wasn't sure if someone else was going to say something.
And we're on. Okay. So you have left a note for Molly that says you're going to miss the party and for her to be very, very, very careful without telling her why. And meanwhile, those very slow moving specters are still, they're moving through the marketplace and are about on the opposite side. So prime to follow if you are willing.
Let's go, y'all. Let's try to look natural and just.
I was gonna say, yeah.
How do I look like a specter? Natural? Natural specter? Just
I don't think
natural
we're
like
pretending to
me.
be specters, so no, we're not specters. I think just like look casual, right? We're just walking. We're out for a nice walk.
A nice stroll in the ward.
With me and my torch. And I would like to posit that at this moment, Joy has just come to the realization that she should probably not have a torch with her. But it's too late. I've got it, and oh my gosh. Guys, what am I gonna do with this torch? I can't just throw it somewhere. I might catch things on fire.
Throw it at the specter.
No, the specters have feelings. We can't hurt them.
I mean, in my head, I'm like, this will help when we go to the underground. But like, in between now and then, I just have a torch.
Oh, I know what you can do. You can throw it at the party and then it can be lit.
Oh. Okay.
And on that note, the specters are
All
moving.
right, stream's over, guys. Everyone, good night.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
Oh, I love it. They are just moving, and it's funny. You guys are paying attention to them, so you're seeing this happen, but nobody else seems to be watching, and you've never seen something like this happen before because you've never really paid attention. You always try to avoid. They're walking straight toward a wall, and as they get there, an opening appears, and it's just dark through the opening, like dark black. Doesn't look like a hallway. It doesn't look like anything. It just looks black, and they disappear through it. You have a very short time.
Let's go.
I was gonna say, let's just run in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Joy just has no words. Cannot formulate thoughts and sentences, and is just like running torch first into this wall. Platform 9 3/4 style.
Well, it stays open after them for a second or two, and as you reach it, then if someone on the outside was watching, which surprisingly they're not, anytime that someone is in the doorway itself, it stays open. So you make it to the doorway, and as you're moving through, that gives the others a chance to then move through. Or maybe it's you're not sure. Maybe it's because you saw it open that it stayed open long enough. You're not entirely sure. But as you get to it, you don't see any more. It is just black. You thrust your torch in, you still see nothing, and you jump in, and it's like you're in a different place. And one by one, the others emerge behind you. And as you step forward, there's grass under your feet. There are some bushes around. It's foggy. It's kind of dim, like twilight almost. And it looks like cut grass, almost like a park, tall, straight bushes in a rectangle. And in the center is a short, maybe 1.5 foot tall block wall. And it's perfectly rectangular. And in the middle of it is a still pool of water. Just completely still, not a ripple, not anything. And you hear someone giggle. And you see Ilsa sitting on the other side of the wall. And she says, "Well, hi, did you bring me candy?"
Elsa,
Yeah.
what are you doing here?
I'm just hanging out. This is a nice quiet place. I come here to get away. I don't like being around all the grown-ups all the time. Everybody's loud. Nobody has candy.
How did you get here?
Through the door. The one you just came through.
Were you before us then?
Yeah, I've been in here for a while. After I talked to you guys, I went and I've tried to find some candy in the market, but nobody's ever got candy. And then I came in here. I don't usually see people in here.
If I have a piece of candy on my person, I'm absolutely going to give it to her. but not without asking a question first.
Okay.
Ilsa, I'm afraid we might have gotten off on the wrong foot. I owe you an apology.
You do?
And I begrudgingly look over to Angel. And then I look back.
Going.
Yes. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I should shooed you away. It was against my better judgment. I always try to find the good in people, but we were trying to be secretive and you were just there. I'm sorry. I shouldn't be. Ilsa, I'm sorry. I shooed you away. I shouldn't have done that. Please take this piece of candy as my offer of apology and in good faith. And if I may, I have a question. And I hand her the piece of candy.
Thank you. I like candy. What's your question?
You mentioned the maker before. And I came across these dolls. Were these made by the maker?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay.
That one's Bob.
This one
Bob got eaten today.
But Bob's doll is still here.
Yeah, it's because Bob got eaten.
And who's this one?
Oh, that one. I think that was Josie.
It was
That's
Josie?
an old doll. Yeah. I think Josie got eaten a long time ago.
Okay.
Why are there dolls of people getting eaten?
Well, I guess, I don't think they had their dolls. I don't know why their dolls are floating around, why you have their dolls, but if they had their dolls, they wouldn't have gotten eaten, that's for sure.
So
dolls protect you.
Does everyone in the ward have a doll?
Sure, the maker makes a doll for everyone.
And if we have a doll, we don't get eaten?
Yeah. The dolls protect you.
At this, I would kind of like scratch my collar, and whoever's closest to me, I'd be like, but if the maker makes the dolls, and the maker also controls all of the sleepers, and the sleepers order the specters, I feel like this is just circular logic, and like, why none of this is making sense, and I'm just really confused, guys. And this is all a lot of information, and
Joy, breathe. And also, I think Cat's person, Jormer or something, didn't say that the sleeper controls, that the maker controls the sleepers. He said that the maker's the most powerful sleeper and controls like who gets in and out or something, but doesn't necessarily control the sleepers. Maybe they're in opposition to the maker. Maybe the maker's a good sleeper, and we just need to find the maker.
Hey, has anyone considered what if Ilsa's the maker?
You should ask her. I'm kind of freaked out by her.
Yeah, me too. A little bit. Hey, Ilsa?
Yeah,
You know the maker, right?
I've heard of the maker. Someone told me a story about the maker. Yeah, yep.
Are you
I know the
maker?
maker. Oh no, I'm not the maker. That's silly. That's just silly. Oh no, I'm not the maker. She stands up, and you know how kids will walk on curbs and they're balancing. She's balancing like that. And she just stops and she looks at you and she says, I like it here. And she lets herself fall into the pool. And you'd expect there to be a splash. There is no splash. She just disappears silently into what looks like water.
What
And
Can I
then-
impulsively follow her?
You can impulsively follow her if you would like to. So
I would love to.
Angel jumps right in, and you guys see the same thing and just completely disappears underneath.
Angel?
Neat.
And you do not hear what they're saying.
Angel!
Angel? Can you get out of there? Can we put your, well, maybe we shouldn't put your log in there, but oh, I
Should
have
we-
this weapon with a lever. What happens if I poke the water?
If you poke the water, the lever or the weapon goes in just like you would expect it to go into water, but there's not splashing or anything, and you can't see into the water. So anything that's under the water you cannot see.
And Angel hasn't resurfaced.
Angel has not resurfaced.
But it is like reflective like water.
It is reflective like water.
Do I see them poking into it?
Yes, actually
The
you
weapon?
can. And I'm half tempted to make you guys get off, but I'm not going to. So you are under the water now, and you do not see Ilsa anymore. But you are looking up, and it almost seems like you're in fog, and you're in what seems to be the deep. There are caves. You can see cave tunnels that are going off in different directions, and you can look up and definitely see her poking that under the, it's like you're looking through one of those two-way mirrors. You can't hear what they're saying, but you can see them looking
Okay.
down.
If I poke, can I remove the weapon, or does like
Yes.
part of it get stuck in there?
Nope, you can remove it.
Okay. Well, I got this back, but I can't hear Angel at all.
Can I use the fact that I'm brilliant to try to figure out what's going on and if Angel's okay and if we should follow her?
Roll for it. Oh, I want you to succeed on this. It's not showing up on my roll 20.
Oh, there it is. I rolled a 2 and I have a 2, so it's a 4.
It's a 4. Oh dear.
That's very not succeeding.
Yeah, it's an abysmal failure, which means you draw 2 banes. So you are not sure what the heck is going on. Draw 2 cards. You have the choice of swapping one of them with one of your stats. And Angel, while you are down there, you can hear something coming from one of the tunnels. And it sounds like a high voice almost, just you can't make out any words, and it just sounds like somebody's just talking. Can't really tell what's happening.
I think at this point, I'm gonna kind of like slowly tiptoe and be like, Elsa, where did you go? Like, what is going on? Do I get a response?
You hear Ilsa's creepy little laugh coming from down the same tunnel where you've heard the voice.
Neat. Well, I'm just gonna go down the tunnel then.
Okay. Give 1 sec. Did you draw Banes? My roll 20
Yes.
does not seem
So,
to be
do I need to tell
responding.
you what they are and also decide if I want to keep one
Yeah,
of them?
Tell me what they are.
Okay, so I got an ace of clubs and a jack of hearts.
Okay. All right.
And I'm
And
gonna
then this is for...
switch out my 6 of spades for the jack of hearts.
Okay. Okay. And we are later in the game. So I'm going to start using the Banes instead of like your next roll. I will use Banes on anybody's roll because I'm the GM and I want to do that.
Okay.
So, well, Banes are good and bad. The red ones get added, and there's a Jack of Hearts down there. So, Cordelia, you have said you are using all your brilliance, but this is just something that you have never seen before. This is the ward. Nothing makes sense on the ward. So you are trying to make sense of this, and it's not happening because there's nothing sensical about it. It's just nonsensical, if sensical is a word. Does anybody else have a trait that would allow them to do anything?
I feel like my sense of bewilderment is like kind of it's materializing in the shape of like an extreme fight or flight response right now. And like if I have to make an argument to roll something here, it's going to be bewildered, and it's going to be that I'm like, I have my torch and it's my lifeline, and I'm just gonna like my intuition says that I'm just gonna run and jump into the pit with my torch and hope that the water doesn't do the water thing and put the torch out when I jump in.
Okay, I mean, you don't have to roll to jump in. You can just jump in if you want to.
Neat.
The roll would be to figure out if it's safe before, but if you think, Joy would just go and jump, Joy will go and jump.
Okay, well, then, like, because this is like impulse, I'm not trying to, like, it would be like my in the moment judgment about whether or not this is the right thing to do, not so much whether or not it is the safe thing to do. Like, I'm concerned about Angel's well-being and the fact that she just went in there without any support with a person that we barely know. And so that's like what my bewildered impulse is telling me, that like I don't really have an option here. I just need to go.
Okay, and so you're arguing for rolling on bewildered.
Yeah.
Go for it.
All right. That's an 11, and my bewildered is it's kind of okay. It's a 7, so 18. 18
is an unmitigated success. No bad things, no good things. So
our first real success.
You and I don't, not that I'm going to put words in your mouth, but I'm going to put words in your mouth. Joy
Yeah.
just said, "We have to go after her," and jumps right in. And you see the same thing. This water just encloses her, and then she is gone. And as you float down, it's not like jumping in water. You just kind of float down and land. And you can see that Angel's down there, and she's calling for Ilsa. And you hear the same things.
Is my torch still lit?
Your torch is still lit.
I think to that, I'm gonna notice there's more light, and I'm gonna turn and be like, "Oh, hi, Joy. Welcome."
Angel, I know you're a smart person, and so like, I'm experiencing some cognitive dissonance here. But you just charged into this place without even thinking.
Seemed like the thing to do at the time. If a child can do it, I can do it.
Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Okay.
And
Okay. It's okay. It's okay. Look at the fire. Look at the fire.
We're gonna be fine. Relax.
and up
I think
top,
we should go down this tunnel, though.
yeah. Up top, do you react to Joy?
Cat and Rosemary, I guess, should we follow her?
Can we like check around this place first? Because I don't know if like they can't seem to hear us there in the water. And what if it traps us? I want to know if there's anything important here. Like, what if there's something useful?
That's a good point. Yeah, we can look around first. They're probably not drowning, and if they are, jumping in won't save them. We'll just drown too, right? So I think, yeah, let's look around.
So there, it's like maybe 20 feet from the edge of these tall, straight, beautifully pruned bushes or hedges to the edge of each pool, and it's perfectly rectangular. You don't see an entrance or an exit through the bushes, and just this beautifully trimmed grass. There's really nothing there. It just looks like it's like a park. No benches though, just the cement wall, beautifully trimmed bushes or hedges.
I don't really see anything.
In the sky, because I said it has been a little foggy, the sky is starting to get a little bit darker, and you hear a rumbling that almost might be thunder.
Should we go in water if there's thunder? I was always told to avoid lightning. But that's where they went.
And I don't know if it's actually water.
Oh yeah, I guess you're brilliant, so it might not be water.
Oh goodness. You are whimsical. Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I just love this. Cordelia is brilliant, and we're all just taking this at face value. I just love it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because hey, she's told us she's brilliant, right?
I have to
during
believe in the
all of
best in
this-
people.
Right?
Yeah.
During all of this, Kat is just staring at the water, just super curious, daydreaming into some other world, staring out into this pool. And do you think with my whimsy that I could possibly see something? Because might be something not to the brilliant eye, but to
I think
something...
I think you could roll on your whimsy because, you might just give me a roll on your whimsy.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
That is a 10.
But that is okay because I've got that Jack of Hearts that I can add on to you. Um, 10. So 21 will be your total, which means you draw a Bane, and you have the choice of swapping that out for one of your cards. So draw the Bane.
Woof. Because Ace, yeah.
So what? Ace of Diamonds?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you going to swap that out for one of your cards?
Because we're playing, at least from the rules, it's saying Ace is at a value of 1.
Ace is low.
No. I think I'll keep what I have.
Okay. But you can keep it as a Bane anyway, because then if we have more rolls, that can be added. So for some reason, you just get this like, well, they jumped in, but why don't I just stick my head in there? So you think you just might lean over and stick your head down there.
That is exactly what I will do.
And you see exactly what I have described them doing. They are just standing there, and all of a sudden you see her head poke through this kind of what looks like the two-way mirror. And
hi, Joy. Hi, Angel. What are you doing down here?
Catriona, my torch didn't go out.
That's awesome. I'm so glad. That fire is so pretty. It would have been so sad if it did.
Yeah. Are you and the others gonna come down?
Well,
I think we lost Ilsa.
Yeah. Well, they're deciding at the moment because it's kind of lightning up in the big sky that we haven't seen in a really long time. I don't even know last time I saw a real sky. But they're debating whether or not it's safe to come in water when there's lightning because they don't want to get struck by lightning. And I just stared at this pool and I just wondered what it would be like if I just stuck my head in here. And voila, I found you guys.
And up top, you guys just see her leaning over, butts up in the air, heads under the what looks like water. And you can't hear what she's saying. But clearly she's not drowning because she's not struggling. She's just...
I might go put my head in the water too.
And then you will see the same thing.
Oh, hi.
Hiya. Are you guys coming or not?
I guess we better go get Cordelia.
And with that, I will pop.
It looks like there's interesting things.
Hey, Cordelia. So it looks like our friends are down there, and I don't think you're going to get struck by lightning going in this water. So I feel like the best thing is to just go join our friends because power in numbers, right? It's better to have all of us down there than not be together.
Down where?
I don't know. There's a scary looking tunnel thing, but we have a torch, so it's all going to be okay.
Right. Okay. There's a scary looking tunnel in the water?
Yeah.
Okay. And we should go in the scary tunnel?
Oh, yeah, for sure, because we have the light, and the light is really cool, and it's important, and I think it's going to do good things for us, because I've never seen one before, and it's better than that fluorescent stuff, so what do we got to lose?
Sure, yeah, what do we have to lose?
And she's going to take your hand. You ready?
Ready.
All right. Do
we just lost Sam.
Yeah, Sam's gone for the moment.
Okay. Hopefully Sam will be back very shortly.
And while you two were talking about whether you should jump in, I've been trying to figure out what it's like down there from Rachel and Joy. I missed all the things that they said because I didn't have my head in the water earlier.
Yeah, so you can tell it's definitely not water, at least not down there, because you're breathing and talking to them, and you could maybe faintly far away hear what sounds like that crazy laugh of Ilsa's, and now you're hearing maybe some clacking sounds from one of the tunnels, the same tunnel that Ilsa went down. But
I'll jump in with Cat, I guess.
awesome.
Do I see them jumping in from my only my head and vantage point?
Oh yeah, yeah, because you see them floating
Okay.
gently down to the bottom.
That's what happens when you jump in. I guess I better go do that then. And I pull my head out of the water and
For
jump
some
in.
reason, I just pictured you kind of somersaulting in over your head. But
We
yeah,
all
you
float
float.
down here.
Yeah, you float gently down, and it's really pretty creepy of a place. There are a bunch of tunnels that lead off, and it's stone walls, and this looks like this is a cave that was just carved out of. I don't know if anyone's ever been to like Mammoth Caves or anything like that, where the walls just look wet all the time, and they're weird growths at certain points. So it looks pretty creepy, but you do know that Ilsa went down that one tunnel. And other than that, there are 3 other tunnels that you can see. There's nothing that really distinguishes them.
I think we ought to follow Ilsa because I feel like she knows more than she's leading on.
Yeah, I'm a little freaked out because she keeps saying how much she likes it here. So, like, what if she also wants us to stay here? Plus, she's acting weird and kind of creepy. But we don't have any other leads. So, yeah.
Do you have any more candy?
I don't. Joy, do you have any more candy? Also, Sam, just as an update, we jumped in the pool, so now we're all down there and we're talking about following Elsa.
Nice. Okay, cool. Do I have any more candy?
Sure, why not?
Okay. I've got. Well, no, I need to save this for later. I've got a Kit Kat. Anybody want a break?
I'm not quite sure what that is. That's not a candy I've ever heard of. My favorite candy is just lollipops.
I was gonna say, don't say candy corn. Can't be
I
candy
don't know
corn.
what candy corn is either.
Is it corn that's been candied?
But
Yes, exactly that.
before
Okay.
we go into this cave, shouldn't we leave some kind of trail? Maybe of candy, but also I have the sweater that I'm wearing that we could unravel.
That sounds wise. It would help us to maybe get back to here if we need to do that. Does it appear to be a very winding cave?
You're not too sure because you can only see about 10, maybe 15 feet into it. But there's certainly the possibility that it could, this is the ward. It could be anything. So
Could we use the weapons we picked up to mark the wall?
sure. Yeah, I would say you can do
There's
that.
also an option.
Okay, I guess then, because I knit the sweater during the war, and it was sort of precious, but I didn't necessarily. Yeah, I don't have anything else, but I guess if we did mark the walls, that would work.
Yeah, I feel.
Don't ruin your sweater. It's not worth it.
Yeah. Yeah, keep your sweater. It's really pretty. We can just mark the walls and I'll see if if I rub the torch, if some of the embers leave a line across the cave wall. Does that work?
Sure, that'll work. You can mark it. So you guys can make your way into, and you can only see, 10, 15 feet ahead of yourselves. And every so often you hear that laughter coming. For too long, you're going kind of slowly. You see, and you're keeping your eyes peeled, just like, oh my gosh, Julia had told you to. And you see an archway on one side of the cave. And it's not an archway like you would expect to see. This is actually rather pretty. It's kind of golden and beautifully detailed. And, the paneling around the doorway is just absolutely beautiful. And it's double doors, and they're closed. You had heard clacking noises, and they're coming from behind that door. And your torchlight shines off of the gold color brilliantly.
Do the clacking noises sound like perhaps like dolls? Like a living doll type situation, or does it sound like more like specter? Like
it's
Or
never
is it like
it's not a sound that
steps?
you've heard a specter make. So did you just say, is it like sex? What did you say?
Clapping sex.
Cave sex.
But is he cute though?
Yeah, but it's cute though.
You're not sure if
what
whoever's back
happens.
behind that door is
We're
cute.
down in the deep.
Does it sound like steps?
Steps. Yes. Steps. I mean, steps, sex, you're not entirely sure, but yeah, it could be. It could sound like steps.
Steps towards sex.
Hey, there you go.
No.
Um,
No. Just Matt and chat. No.
is it in a rhythm?
Not particularly. No, not like. No, it's not.
Hey guys. Do you think it might be the maker, like a hammer or something?
Maybe it's sleepers though. Maybe I should go first just in case since I'm immune.
Give me a roll on your knowing Probert, who is an enforcer for the sleepers. You know Probert, right? Okay.
Yes.
Give me a roll on Probert.
So that's a 18.
Fabulous. I do believe that is an absolute success. Oh, no, oh yeah, it is an absolute success. So, you don't think there are sleepers behind that door or specters. It's gold. It's pretty. Knowing
At this
Probert,
point, can I just impulsively open the door?
you are an impulsive person. You can impulsively open that door.
I just kind of want to whip the door open.
You
Be like
whip that
shiny
door
things.
open. And you're looking in, and this whole room it's not very well lit, but somewhat dimly lit. And there are dolls everywhere. I mean, everywhere. Hanging from the ceiling, hanging from the walls, piled on the floor. And in the middle of this is this small woman. And she's got all kinds of yarn colored all around her. And you see her, she's just picking one up. And they're all rolled on like big wooden sticks. And she's pulling some yarn off, and she's biting a piece off, and then she tosses that, and you hear the stick clack, either against the wall or against the floor, and she's furiously working this yarn together and grabbing another one, and then biting her piece off and throwing it away, and she's muttering to herself under her breath that you can't really tell what she's saying, but just
I'm just gonna take a wild hunch and say that that's probably the maker.
Luna's face, I love it.
What I was expecting.
Gosh, this is. Do you think this is the maker?
I mean, that person is making things. Isn't that what makers do? Is they make things, and there's a bunch of dolls everywhere, and that's what we're supposed to be looking out for. So I think A plus B equals C. So, maker? Did I do it right?
I would like to
Cordelia? Was
test
I
this
smart?
theory and go poke the person.
Poke him with your stick.
Yes,
Did you have-
exactly. I want to poke him with a stick.
Oh.
But is he cute though?
Oh, but it's a little old lady. She is not cute. She looks ancient. She looks very old. And as you see her biting the yarn off with her teeth, that they look like yellowed kind of canine teeth, almost like dog teeth. And you poke her with the stick, and she looks up at you and just, what are you doing? And then feverishly, she starts digging in the piles. And okay, what are your traits? You know Croner.
Me?
Yeah.
I'm impulsive and I can do anything if I try hard enough.
Give me a roll on that.
Okay.
Ooh.
Looks like I rolled a 10. And
Okay.
that is my 6 of hearts.
Okay, so a
was
16 is a success with nothing bad, nothing else good. So it's just a success. What you are wanting her basically, because you guys want to get out of here. You don't know what the heck's going on. You're pretty sure this is the maker, and you, I think, want her to find your dolls. And that's why I was having you roll to see if you could just project to her that you guys need your dolls. And she feverishly sorts through all of these dolls. And believe it or not, I mean, at one point she just dives in and you can't really even see her anymore. She comes up and she hands one to each of you. And they look like you. She has somehow made these out of yarn. They are actually wearing clothes that look like the clothes that you were in when you came into the hospital. The hair is the right
hand her.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, I hand her back the 2 dolls that I got from Julia.
Okay. She takes them and she looks at them and she looks up and she says, "Thank you." And she takes them over and she has a box that's in the corner and she puts them into the box. And then she comes back and just looks at you.
Thank you for the dolls.
You're welcome. I made them for you. They are you.
Well, that's very nice of you. They look very
Mhm.
nice.
Do I need to hold
Thank you.
it forever?
It's a good idea to hold on to them. The
Okay.
sleepers, they won't see you if you have your doll. and that means you won't be hurt.
What if I eat it?
Well, I don't know that anyone's ever asked me that before.
Well, I just thought that if I ate it, it would always be with me,
I suppose
when
if
you
can
digest it, though.
Yeah, if you digest the yarn, certainly it would be with you. But if it's just roughage, then that's a tough one.
Okay, maybe I won't eat it.
I don't think I'd eat it. Yeah, I would say don't eat it. So, it is midnight, and I wanted to give you guys even more spooky and even more adventure. If you're up for it, there's more. But it is midnight, and I know Bracket has to work in the morning. The only way to end this game is to call it at some point and compare your cards to a hand that I either draw out of the banes that are left on the table or draw randomly. So since you have found the maker and you have found your dolls, essentially what would happen here is the sleepers, they won't get you. If you don't wake up now, the maker will protect you. You would fall back into a coma and have another chance to get out. If you manage to get out now, the maker will send you out. She will wake you up. And but she does say, now, this room is going to move around and you won't always know where I am, but you'll always be able to find me somewhere. You just have to be careful of the creepies out there. The sleepers won't notice you, but that doesn't mean the other creepies won't.
Like the specters?
No, the specters, they'll leave you alone. The dolls, they make you taste horrible. They don't even want to
be friends with them?
Yeah, you could be friends with them. They just don't want to eat you.
Okay, good.
So, yeah.
Do you know Ilsa?
Oh, I know Ilsa. Such a, sweet child. Not child.
Not child?
Not child.
I
She's
was
been here.
surprised to see a child.
Once you've been here long enough, you can make yourself look like you want. And as she's talking, you can see her canine teeth. But
so I could look different than I do because I've been here a while.
You could definitely look different. You could look pretty much, you just have to try it. You have been here a long time, honey. And boy, how long's it been? 50, 60 years?
Something like that.
You didn't even know I was here till recently, I think.
Yeah, so how do I change?
You think real hard about it, and you picture yourself just the way you want to be.
Okay, I'll do that.
And as you're imagining yourself, you can, and you're not going to be real good at it at first, but you can you guys can see her appearance changing. And so, and it's a skill. It's a skill. You get better with it as you practice. But, Ilsa, she's been here. She's not going anywhere. She's here forever, but she's kind of happy here. She's found a spot for herself, finds candy wherever she can. And
How long
she
has
drives.
Elsa
Oh,
been here?
she's been here maybe 80 years. And she's just,
she's not been here that much longer than me.
No, not that much. But she just, she's a strange one. I take it she helped you to get down here a little bit.
Yeah. We gave her candy.
Oh, yeah, that would do it. She likes her candy.
Yeah, I had to dip into my good stuff for her.
Well, it was worth it now, wasn't it?
if what you're saying is true and this keeps me safe from the sleepers, I suppose so. But I just have so many questions, but at the same time I just want to get out of here. How do I get out?
All right. Well, so she will give you an explanation about, well, you have to hold your doll and do this and that. But what we are going to do is I'm going to look at the banes that are left on the table. And it looks like there's a 3 of spades, an ace of clubs. Are there 2 aces on the tabletop? I see a 6 of spades, an ace of clubs, because I have to take what's on the table. If
that looks like those are the only things that are on the table.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I draw one at random. So let me draw one at random. I got the King of Hearts. So I essentially have nothing but a king.
What
So-
if you
and-
tied with us?
I would say, like in D&D, when you tie, if you hit somebody's AC,
AC.
you hit. If you
If it
tie,
beats, it beats.
yeah, you meet it, you beat it. So if you meet it, you get to wake up.
So
That's
I have-
neat. I'm gonna stay down here, I guess,
I have
with my 6 high.
Oh no.
I have high king. Sam I
Okay.
think has a straight, and Chelsea has a pair. But I think Sydney and Brackett might be still trapped down here.
Okay.
That's all right. Now I know how to look like myself, and I like turn more into it. I look kind of like a nurse from the 50s.
Yeah. You guys didn't take the bait. I was hoping you would take the bait. You want
What
to
was
tell
the
them
bait?
What was the bait?
her sweater when she was
Oh.
saying that
That bait.
she knitted it during the war.
I thought you said I knitted it during the war, and then my brain was like, oh no, she just said the war, duh.
Oh.
And then I didn't think twice about it. I was like, oh yeah, I think she Brackett said I knitted it in the war. I think that's how you phrased it, and my brain was like, "Oh, I knitted it in the war." Duh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. And but that was cool. And that's also why she would have known the things when I said,
And not the Kit Kats. Yeah.
Mm.
yeah,
I was like, what
Yeah.
are Kit Kats? What are you all talking about?
yeah, what are those Kit Kats? I don't know. Okay, so 2 of you are staying, and the rest of you are waking up if you so desire. And
You can choose.
I don't know why they would want to stay, but so that's I guess with that I'm going to say thank you to everybody for joining us, and I really hate to cut it off, but 3 of our people woke up and 2 of them didn't, though, so there could at some point be a hey, there are lots of creepy things down in that cave, and in the passageways and the temples and all the places that are. This is a much bigger place. We needed more time, but thank you very much for
Word is
joining
endless.
us.
was
Thank
a
you
lot of
so much,
fun.
Heather.
Thank
This is
you,
awesome.
Heather.
It's been fabulous, and I guess with that, maybe we say goodnight. I'm not sure how to sign off.
Galway, if
Galway,
you're
do you
there,
wanna
would
do
you
like
like
a-
to take us off?
Yeah.
Okay. Bye.
Good night.